Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look into the steps to install and run Linux GUI apps through the Windows subsystem for Linux 2 on Windows 10. This new feature is meant to develop and test your applications on Linux without the need of a virtual machine, but you can use it for anything you need. The implementation even supports speakers and microphones, so if you install a media app, the peripherals will pass through and will appear into the app. GPU accelerated 3D graphics are also supported to run any application that needs to do any complex 3D rendering leveraging OpenGL. When using this feature, there is no need to start an X server manually, since WSL automatically starts a new companion system distro, which includes Wayland X server, Pulse audio server, and all the required components. Then after you close the app, the WSL session, the system distro will also end automatically. Okay, let's go through the steps to install Linux GUI apps on Windows 10. Before we move on, you will need Windows 10 build 21364 or higher to use this feature. If you don't know how to get preview builds of Windows 10, check the video description for links on how to perform this task. Since this feature is part of WSL, you will need to set up the feature and install a Linux distro, for example Ubuntu, in order for you to install the Linux GUI apps on Windows 10. If you don't have WSL set up on your computer, use these steps. Open Start and look for command prompt, and open the command console as an administrator. Then type this command, WSL -- install, and then press enter. As you can see, when we run the WSL install command, by default it will also install the Ubuntu distro. If you need to install a different Linux distribution, check the video description to get a link to the steps on how to modify this command so you can install different Linux distributions on your computer. Once all the components are installed on the computer, you will need to restart the system. After restarting the computer, the application will resume automatically and it will finish installing, in this case, the Ubuntu distro. Now we're just going to set up an account. And now we have set up the Windows subsystem for Linux 2 and we install a distribution. Now, in the case that you already have WSL installed on your computer and you have Windows 10 build 21364 or higher, you might need to update the configuration for WSL. In that case, you will open command prompt as an administrator, and in this case you will run the WSL -- update option and then press enter, and that will check for updates and download and install any components that you might need to run Linux GUI applications on Windows 10. To complete the update, the commands is telling us to run the WSL -- shutdown command. Okay, so now that we have set up WSL, we can proceed to install applications. The process to install Linux GUI applications on WSL is the same process as installing Linux application in any distribution. So to install a GUI application on Windows 10, we're going to open, in this case, Ubuntu, and then we're going to run the steps to install the application on this distribution. In this case, I'm going to install a simple text editor application to show how the process works, and in this case I will be running the sudo apt-get install gedit and then press enter. Going to confirm the password, and it will install the required packages that we need to run the application. Just remember that these instructions only outline the steps to install a simple application from known repositories. But depending on the app, the steps might be a little bit different. So you will need to follow the app developer instructions to install that application on the Linux distribution on Windows 10. Once the app is installed, you can type the name on the console, in this case gedit, and as you can see, now it opens the Linux application on Windows 10, and you can use this like in any other application of Linux. The integration goes even further, since you actually don't need to have the Linux console open in order to run a Linux application, because the app will also register into the start menu, as you can see right here. If you don't have the recently added list, you can jump into the distro section on the start menu, and as you can see, we see a folder, and in here you're going to see all the applications available for that distro. So to start the app, we just simply click the item. And as you can see, now we launched the Linux GUI application without having to have the console open. It might take a little bit of time depending on the application, and because if the virtual machine that hosts the Linux distribution is off, Windows 10 has to spin it to start the app. Once you're running the app, you will also notice that in the taskbar, the application also shows a little Linux icon at the bottom right that indicates that you're not running a Windows application. The experience using a graphical Linux app on Windows 10 feels native, but it's not. The app renders with all the Linux visual styles, from the frame to menus to other elements, and there is even shadow around the frame, and every window work independently. So as you will see that now we have different windows and that they run independently from the main application. And we have the same menus, and you can access all the options on the Linux application. However, this technically is a remote connection to the virtual machine that contains the Linux distribution. And let me show you that that's true, because when we open Task Manager, you will see that we have a remote desktop connection. And then if we close that, it will close the application. And I guess like if you don't close the application, it will restart it again. So as you see, now that session is over. Now, if you want to uninstall the app, you will need to open the console for the distribution that you're using, in this case Ubuntu. And from the console, you will run the remove command, or you might need to follow the steps depending on the application that you have, but usually you will just use the remove command. Then press enter, confirm the Linux account password, and then we confirm that we want to remove it, and that's it. So when we go back to the start menu, we're no longer going to see, in this case, the text editor Linux GUI application. And that's pretty much how you install and run and uninstall Linux GUI applications via the Windows Subsystem for Linux 2 on Windows 10. Remember to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and I just hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.